Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, October 5th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I expand through the knowledge that there is enough love here for me. And this is probably the most important message that I think I have ever been downloaded with and that I've ever shared with you. There is enough love in the world for you, and this is the theme of this full moon in Aries today. This full moon happening at 11:40 a.m. Pacific time. Now, what came up with this full moon? So many things. I hope you listened to yesterday's scope because I dove deep into the Sabian symbols, and I'm going to mention them again today. But this theme is so strong, and it's so important. So Aries. Let's just take apart Aries a little bit. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the energy of the god of war. And so with Aries energy, we have to all, on one layer or another, acknowledge the warmonger that is within us. There is a part of us that thinks that it needs to fight for what it wants. It needs to fight to achieve the energy of fulfilled passion, of the soul fulfilled. And as, you know, this was being downloaded into me, what came up was, but this is so interesting. This is so funny. Every war that has been fought, every war that has been fought over the idea of love. Now, it's interesting to look into what we equate with love, because love does not necessarily just mean the love that we have for a partner, although it can. It's not just the love that we have for a child, although it can be. It's not just the love that we have for a pet, although again, it can be. We also equate love with food. We equate love with money. We equate love with security. We equate love with recognition, with praise, with stuff. There's a reason why people get hangry when they're hungry. And that's because there's a part of us that equates love with food. That's like, I'm not being given the love that I deserved and I'm willing to go to war, maybe with whoever's around, because I'm not being given the love that I deserve. I'm not being given the love that I desire. Next time you're hungry, try showing up for yourself, reminding yourself there's enough love here for me, and just see what happens. But this full moon is an opportunity for all of us who are in tune with this vibration, with this message, to recognize this important message. There is enough love in the world for you. And so it's time to look at where you are fighting, where you are filled with anger, where you are, what's the right word? It starts with a D and I just can't grab it. Discouraged, where you are discouraged from pursuing your passion, because there is somewhere in and among these energies that you believe that there is not enough love. There is somewhere in these energies that you actually believe in lack. And I have a very interesting card here. I have the experiencing card in reverse. And I was talking to somebody earlier and I was like, I know we've all experienced those times of lack. I know we've all experienced those times where we have believed that there isn't enough love. But these experiences are there to show you that there is enough love ultimately when we shift out of that lack mentality, when we get out of that experience, because that's all it needs to be, is that experience that takes us through. There is enough love in the world for you. And it reminds me of one of my favorite Rumiisms. You are the soul of the universe, and your name is love. There is enough love in the world for you. So, with this full moon, with Venus conjunct Mars, with the divine consorts, the divine lovers, the sun and the moon, Venus and Mars working together in conjunction and in balance, it is time within to come into our own divine inner union and recognize there is enough love in the world for us. I have the King and the Queen of Cups, upright, receptivity and healing. There is enough love in the world for you. And this is where we are coming into balance in and through this full moon energy by acknowledging, recognizing, and committing to this fact. It's not an idea, it's not an opinion, it is a fact that there is enough love in the world for me. There is enough love in the world for you. There is enough love in the world for all of us, no matter what we equate with love. There is enough of it out there for you. So, this full moon, it is a time to get into our feelings. Now, we may feel the fight come up within us. The fight may be just by igniting the fire, the warmonger within us with this full moon energy. The fight may be ignited by either Mercury, which the moon is conjuncting Mercury before the full moon energy at 10 degrees, or it may be a little bit later as the moon squares Pluto. A little bit later, a few hours after the full moon. That moon, not conjunct Mercury, it's actually the moon opposite Mercury, not conjunct it. Moon opposite Mercury, is happening a few hours before. This is at 10 degrees. Now this is interesting because Mercury is in Libra as the sun is in Libra. So this may bring up energies of worth. And again, love, worth, hand in hand. You are worth all the love in the world, but you may not be feeling that fulfilled energy. You may be caught in this moment in an experience that is telling you that there is not enough love or that you're really not worth it. This is a time to utilize that strong mental energy and come back into balance within yourself. Stop looking for love in all the wrong places, to quote Abraham, and rather find it within yourself. Now, that outer energy with the moon square Pluto a little bit later. Pluto's in Capricorn. Pluto's in Capricorn transforming the nature of things. It is transforming the structure of things. And we can all see right now in the world how skewed the energy of power is, can be, is. And it's one of those things. A lot of people equate power with love. And it's not necessarily power in its integrity. That is love. But they are equating that with love. They're equating the recognition. They're equating your listening, honoring, praising them with love. Now, this is a good opportunity to really tap into the true, authentic power of love in this moment. But you have to recognize that those people who are doing that, 45 as well as anybody else, what they are wanting, what they are tuning into, what they want is to know that there's enough love for them. And their reactions are coming from places where they do not necessarily believe that there is enough love for them. And they do not believe that they are loved. And they probably don't believe that they are loved. And so we have to recognize this. This square could feel a little bit intense with Pluto a little bit after that full moon. It may drive our inner warmongers. I saw a blog the other day that said, are you fanning the flames of anger, of passivity, of hate? Are you fanning those flames, or are you fanning the flames of love? And this is really going to be an important moment to see how much you are embodying this message of there is enough love in the world for you. And it may be a good opportunity to bring healing. Lala, you're sitting on my cards. It may be a really good opportunity to bring healing to that young energy within yourself that is ready to go to war, to fight for love. And instead, you don't need to fight for love. You just need to embody love. You just need to be the love. It doesn't have to be an all-out war. Bring forth the love rather than the hate. This is going to be a very strong thing. Now, the other thing that I want to mention in and of this, the divine lovers. Venus and Mars conjunct at 19 degrees today in Virgo. Wow. Wow. This is what I said earlier this week when I did GPS too. Wow. How amazing is this that we have the sun in Libra, which is ruled by Venus, and the moon in Aries, which is ruled by Mars, in opposition, holding this space, reflecting each other's light. And then we have Venus and Mars conjunct. This is like amazing. This is so good for our divine inner unions. This is so good for coming into balance with our yin and yang selves. This is so good for knowing that there is so much love here for us. But the point is, with this energy, is to really know your wholeness. Know your wholeness in this moment, in your yin energy. Know the strength in your yin energy. Show up for that energy in and of this. Show up for this by honoring the love that you are. This is so important for your inner yang energy, that masculine, that part of you which is ready to take a stand for love. You feel that love inside with your yin, and then your yang is like, and how do I take action? How do I take steps into the world to bring forth this brilliant love that I am? So this is so powerful. If you can hold the love vibration in and through this, wow. Phew. Wow. Because this is a really, 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 it's just a really powerful day that is showing us what we're truly made of. It's healing. It is divine receptivity. And if we can move, I love this actually. If we can move and if we can hold still in this place, holy moly, holy Toledo, you are going to be making some major waves across the universe in the best possible way. So the totality card. Being present, holding space with what is, and yet understanding, moving with the freedom, moving with the moment that is true to you. So just powerful. So again, the Sabian symbols, I want to get into them because I find them so fascinating. For Aries, where the full moon is, a triangularly shaped flight of wild geese. This speaks of the Hamsa. The Hamsa is the goose or the swan in Hinduism, and it represents the transcendence of the soul. Well, how are we really going to transcend the soul? How are we really going to enact and bring forth the beauty, the light of our soul? It is going to be through embracing the love of the universe and knowing that you are the love of the universe. And where the sun is, so beautifully, I love this. Libra, 12 degrees, miners surfacing from a deep coal mine. These miners who are bringing forth these shadows, these things that we carry within us, these pieces of coal, the lumps of coal, because we've been bad and Santa needs to bring us lumps of coal. You know, we all have stories about coal, and yet, isn't that what turns into diamonds? And so as they bring up these pieces of coal, it's like they're diamonds. They're sparkly things, even in and among the shadows. What happens if you can bring love to the shadowiest shadows, whether in yourself or others? And I'm not saying go like, to the scariest part of your neighborhood and be like, I love you all. But if there's something in the world that you feel like is generating hate, you are never going to do anything wrong by aiming your love at that. Just saying. Aiming love at anything is powerfully transformational. And today is quite a strong day to choose to enact and interact with that energy. So I woke up this morning with like all of these messages rattling around in my head. Like they came yesterday, but they didn't go away. And I woke up with, it's basically a poem by Hafiz in my head. And it's like the I can't even get it now. It's basically like the thing we're going to talk about is love. And that's actually the name of one of his books. And I looked up that and I was actually, what is it? What is the thing? The subject tonight is love. That's what I looked up. And it actually showed me a bunch of his poems, which I put one of them on my Facebook page because I was like, oh, this, and it speaks of a full moon. I love it. But there's this other poem that I took a screenshot of, and I want to share with you with this because this, I feel like, encapsulates and brings beautiful poetic language to the idea of, what we're moving through. So, the poem is, "It felt love. How did the rose ever open its heart and give to this world all its beauty? It felt the encouragement of life against its being. Otherwise we all remain too frightened." So the rose opened because it felt the encouragement of love. And that's what I want for all of us in and through this full moon energy, to feel the encouragement of love. And so that we can open and bloom into our beautiful maturity, into our beautiful selves, into our divine yin union, the yin and the yang energies within. This is powerful. To finish off, love this, from the Soulful Women for this full moon energy: following my truth. Believing in and following my inner truth helps me live an authentic and empowered life. If you believe that there is enough love in the world for you, you are going to act in ways that show that off over and over and over again. One of the things that I said with this full moon is do something nice for yourself. Do something to show yourself over and over. Let every action, if possible, show yourself that you love yourself. Even if that action happens to be going to a job that you don't love, but be like, I'm going to this job that I don't love at this time because it's taking me closer, taking me into steps into this thing that I do love. It's giving me the security that I need right now so that I can bloom into what it is I'm going to do. And I'm going to appreciate it for that reason. Follow your truth. Honor yourself. Do something nice for yourself. This full moon energy is I am. You are love, and there is enough love in this world for you. I don't know if I've said that enough times. It's probably going to become a thing, so you may get tired of it, but I really don't care, because I think this is the most important thing that any and all of us need to realize. There is enough love in the world for you. So, thank you for staying with me through this horoscope. I hope you have a beautiful, love-filled day. And I know that you will if you open to all of the love that the universe is shining upon you in this moment. Book a reading. If you want to dive deeper, check out my Changes reading. And I will see you tomorrow. There is enough love in the world for you. Namaste.